Hi guys, welcome to Jjktv Energizing Yoga. We are going to begin today's class in a child's pose. So start to make your way into a child's pose, bringing the big toes to touch, knees hip distance are slightly wider. Sit back onto your heels, take an inhale. As you exhale, walk your hands forward, drawing your forehead down to the mat. If your forehead doesn't comfortably reach the mat, you can just place a block or cushion underneath. As you inhale, see if you can reach your fingertips a little bit more forward, and as you exhale, draw your hips back. Now slowly start to breathe in and out of your nose if you can. And as you inhale, think about drawing the breath in through your back body. And then as you exhale, slowly allow yourself to melt into the mat and see if you can start to lift your pelvic floor and draw your navel towards your spine. Inhale again, breathe into the backs of your shoulder blades, really allow your lungs to expand. And again, as you exhale, lift that pelvic floor, squeeze the navel spine and draw those hips back, just feeling the stretch along the sides of your torso. Then on your next inhale, lift your head about an inch off the mat, keeping your right hip sitting back. Walk your hands over to the left and bring your right palm on top of your left hand. Really extending the right side here. Drop your right shoulder here. And then walk your hands back to centre. And walk your hands over to the top right hand corner. Draw your left sit bone back, bring your left hand on top of your right hand. Again, draw up that left shoulder and just extend the left side of the body. Make sure you're still breathing here. You're not holding on to your breath. And then slowly walk your hands back. And then we're going to slowly start to make our way to a tabletop position. Bring your hands a couple of inches forward, spread your fingers nice and wide. Your hands are about shoulder width apart. Then you're going to tuck your toes, and as you inhale, slowly lift your knees off the mat and start to bring yourself into a downward dog position. You can just pedal out your feet here if you need to, just warming up the backs of the hamstrings, warming up your feet and your toes. And then slowly start to make your way into a still downward dog. Now you're going to take an inhale here, and as you exhale, you're going to shift yourself into a plank position. Remember, option to drop your knees here and come into half plank. Shoulders are over your wrists, heels are drawing back, nice straight line. Lift that pelvic floor, squeeze navel to spine. On your next inhale, shift yourself all the way back into your downward dog. Take another inhale here, and as you exhale, come back into your plank. Really round through your shoulders. Thighs are reaching up towards the ceiling, heels are drawing back, the legs are working. And then slowly shift your way back into downward dog. We're going to do that one more time. Take an inhale, as you exhale, slowly come back into your plank. And then slowly shift back into your downward dog. Now gaze towards your hands, as you slowly walk your feet up towards your hands. Have your feet about hip distance. Bend your knees and let your chest connect to your thighs and grab opposite elbows. Then just nod your head yes or no here, releasing any tension at the back of your neck. And sway your hips from side to side. Then come to stillness. Let your head hang heavy. And then slowly release your hands. As you inhale, press down into your heels in and roll up to standing. Reaching your arms up and above your head into a prayer position. Hands come down for your heart centre. Inhale, reach your arms up and over. Exhale, swan dive down. Bring your fingertips down to the mat or your shins, and then you're going to slowly inhale to halfway position. Keep your shoulders joined down your back, and keep your gaze just forward of your mat. Now plant your hands down and step your right foot back and drop your knee. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, bring your left foot to meet your right foot in a plank position. Now remember, you can have the option to drop your knees here. Now everyone, drop your knees here. Draw your torso a couple of inches forward, and then lower down in a straight line, bring your shoulders in line with your elbows, come onto the tops of your feet, lift your knees and thighs off the mat and come into an upward dog. Chest forward, gaze forward. Roll over your feet and come to downward dog. Gaze between your hands, and you're going to step your right foot through, draw up your back knee, inhale, chest forward. Exhale, bring your left foot to your right foot, standing forward fold. Press down into your heels as you inhale and roll up to standing. Arms up and over your head, and then bring those hands down through prayer. Inhale, arms up and over. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway position. Exhale, this time step your left foot back, draw up your knee, chest forward. Bring your hands down to the mat, come back to your full plank or half plank. Really press down through the hands, let the shoulders round. Make sure that pelvic floor is lifted, navel squeeze into spine. Now lower your knees, everyone. Shift the body a couple of inches forward. Lower the shoulders down to elbow height, come onto the tops of the feet. Lift your knees and thighs off the mat and come to an upward dog. And then slowly roll back into your downward dog. Gaze between your hands, this time step your left foot through, drop your back knee, inhale, chest forward. Exhale, bring your right foot to your left foot, standing forward fold. Press down into your heels as you inhale, roll up standing. Arms up and over your head, hands through prayer. Now bring the insides of your feet to touch. And we're going to slowly start to make our way into a chair pose. So bend your knees, bring your fingertips either side of your feet. Sit back, shift the weight into the heels. Tuck your tailbone, navel to spine, and lift your arms by your ears. Reach your fingertips forward, chest forward, shoulders down your back. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands down, hips up. Inhale, halfway pose. Now plant your hands down, and this time we're going to step our right foot back, come into a runner's lunge. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, plant your hands down and step your left foot to your right foot. So this time you can come down to your knees and then slowly make your way down to your straight line, down to your upward dog. Or you can come down through chaturanga. So if you're coming through chaturanga, shift your body forward, lower your shoulders down to your elbows, come onto the tops of your feet, inhale, upward dog. And then we'll all meet in a downward dog position. Gaze between your hands and step your right foot in between your hands, drop your back knee. Bring your left wrist under your left shoulder, inhale, reach your right arm up. Gentle twist to the right. Make sure that right knee is stacked above that right heel. And then slowly bring that hand down. So again, check your right knee stacked directly above your right heel. And then press down into that front foot and back leg. Imagine the thighs drawing together. Lift your torso off your front leg. And then reach your arms up and over. Arms either side of your ear. And your hands can be a prayer position or hand shoulder width apart. Now keep reaching that left hip forwards and down, and reach your hands up, chest reaching forwards and up. Just lengthening the spine. Crescent lunge. Remember, if you have sensitive knees, you can always cushion underneath your knee that's on the mat. Now slowly come back down. And we're going to slide the left knee in slightly so that your left leg and your right leg are parallel. Now come to an upright position. Bring your hands into a prayer position. Take an inhale. As you exhale, twist your body over to the right and then hook your left elbow outside your right knee. Take an inhale. As you exhale, twist the body to the right. Keep twisting. Gaze is just over your hands. And then slowly come back. You can extend that left knee further back. We're just going to extend that the hips back, extending the front of that right leg. Keep the toes on the mat, or you can lift the toes up. Try to draw the shoulders down your back. And then slowly come forwards, place your hands either side of that foot and step back into your downward dog. Gaze between your hands and step your left foot through, drop your back knee. Bring your right wrist underneath your right shoulder and inhale, reach the left arm up. Twisting towards left. Now bring the hand down, make sure your left knee is stacked above your left heel. That's it. And then press down into the front foot and back leg. Make sure the thighs draw in towards each other. And we're going to slowly start to lift our torso off the mat and reach our arms up by the sides of our ears. And again, you can have your hands shoulder width apart or draw your hands in together. Reach your fingertips up. Chest reaching up to the ceiling. Keep your chin drawing into your chest. Try not to fling your neck back here. Right hip is drawing forwards and down. And then slowly lower your hands down. This time draw your right knee in. So your left leg and your right thigh are parallel. And again, shift that weight into the front foot and back leg. Imagine the thighs drawing together as you lift into an upright position. Bring your hands into prayer, draw the shoulders down the back. Take an inhale, as you exhale, twist over to the left. And then hook your right elbow outside your left thigh. Take an inhale, as you exhale, twist the body to the left. Gazing over your hands here. And then slowly make your way back. Again, you can draw that right leg further back. Take an inhale as you exhale, draw those hips back, just extending that left leg. So again, the toes can stay on the mat, or you can lift the toes. Take an inhale as you exhale, just draw your chest over that leg. And keep the hips drawing back. And then slowly come forward. Step yourself back into your downward dog. Gaze between your hands. Step your right foot through into a runner's lunge. Inhale. And then your left foot standing forward fold. Take a breath here. And then as you inhale, roll up to standing, arms up and over your head, hands through prayer. Now bring the insides of your feet to touch. We're going to slowly start to make our way back into chair. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands into prayer. Sit down, shift the weight into the heels. Inhale. As you exhale, hook your left elbow outside your right knee. Try to keep your right knee and left knee in line. Your left knee is going to want to shoot forward. And then twist your body over to the right. Hands to heart center. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, hands into prayer. Take an inhale. As you exhale, hook that right elbow outside that left knee. Again, try to keep the right knee and left knee in line. Don't let that right knee shoot forward. And then turn your torso to look over your left. Hands to heart center. Sit back. And then slowly come up. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, hips up. Fingertips from mat or shins, come up halfway. Inhale. Exhale, this time step your left foot back into your runner's lunge. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, plank position. So you're going to drop your knees here, or come through a full plank. Then everyone shift your body forward a couple of inches. Drop your shoulders in line with your elbows. Come onto the tops of your feet. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, come into your downward dog. This time, inhale. Step your right foot in between your hands. Drop your left knee. Now again, bring your left knee in slightly. Press down through your front foot. Make sure your front knee is stacked over your heel. And come up. Bring your hands to prayer. Take an inhale as you exhale, twist over to your right. Hook the left elbow outside the right knee and twist. So you can just stay here, working on this pose, or you can gaze down to your right toes. Make sure you're not clenching your toes. Tuck your left toes and lift up into a high lunge position and twist. Keep twisting over to your right. Again, you can stay here, or you can bring your left hand outside your right foot and inhale, reach your right arm up. Again, keep twisting to the right. Whichever position you're in, keep twisting. And then slowly start to make your way back and come back to your downward dog. Gaze between your hands. This time step your left foot through, drop your back knee. Again, you can slide that back knee in so your back leg and front leg are parallel. Making sure your left knee is stacked above your heel. Press down equally between your front foot, back leg. Draw your thighs together and slowly lift up. Bring your hands to heart center, draw your shoulders down your back. Take an inhale as you exhale, twist over to the left. Hook your right elbow outside your left thigh. And then really twist your torso to the left. So you can stay here and work in this position. Or you can slowly gaze down towards your left foot. Again, check you're not clenching your left toes. Take an inhale as you exhale, slowly tuck your right toes and lift up into this high lunge twist. You can work here, or maybe you can bring your right hand outside your left foot and extend your left arm up. So whichever position you're in, keep twisting your torso to the left. Make sure that back leg is strong. And then slowly come back up and make your way back into downward dog. Now gaze between your hands, step your left foot through, runner's lunge, inhale. Exhale, right foot to left foot, standing forward fold. Press down into your heels. As you inhale, and roll up to standing, arms up and over your head, hands through prayer. Now turn your body towards me. You're going to bring your feet out nice and wide. Heels in, toes out. Draw your shoulders down your back, hands into prayer. Take an inhale as you exhale. We're going to slowly start to squat down into Malasana. And just hold it here. Arms on the inside of your legs and just a gentle rock from side to side. And then you're just going to bring yourself to sit down. Lengthen your legs out nice and wide. So make sure you're sitting on your sit bones, so pull the flesh out from underneath your sit bones, heels and toes reaching up. And then from here, bring your right hand onto the inside of your right leg, and inhale, reach your left arm up and over, just extending the left side of the body. Try to open the shoulder up, open the chest up towards the ceiling, so try not to let a shoulder rounded. So you can either come down to your hand or come down to your forearm. Make sure that left sit bone is rooted into the mat. And then slowly make your way back up. Turn your gaze over your right leg. Take an inhale as you exhale, just draw your torso over that right leg. Again, make sure both sit bones are rooted into the mat. Both toes are pointing up, both legs are active. And then slowly come up. Now bring your left hand onto the inside of your left leg, and as you come down to your forearm, and as you inhale, reach that right arm up and over. Just extending that right side. Again, try not to let that right shoulder drop. Keep that chest nice and open. Make sure that right sit bone is rooted down into the mat. And then slowly come up, turn your torso over your left leg. Take an inhale, as you exhale, just draw your chest over that leg. Again, make sure your right sit bone is rooted down, so try not to let your sit bones lift. Draw your shoulders down your back. And then slowly come back up. Bring your hands behind you. Again, pull the flesh out from underneath your sit bones and really extend your spine, so fingertips are drawing away from you. Draw your shoulders down your back. Now if you have a rounded back, you can just stay here and work in this position with your hands behind you, or you can bring your hands in front, take an inhale, and as you exhale, just slowly start to lower your chest down towards the mat. So for each inhale, you might come a little bit away from the floor, and for each exhale, you might be able to walk your hands further and your chest closer. Keep drawing your shoulders down the back. And then slowly start to make your way all the way up. Bring your legs together, and let's come to lie on our mat. So let's start this position by drawing our knees into our chest, and just a gentle rock from side to side. And then place your feet down onto the mat. Keep your feet about hip distance. Bring your arms out nice and wide. Take an inhale as you exhale. You're just going to drop your knees over to the left, gaze over to the right. And then bring your knees back to centre. Take an inhale. As you exhale, drop your knees over to the right, gaze over to the left. And then bring your knees back to centre. You're going to bring your arms down by your sides, palms facing up. Just slide your heels down the mat. Let your feet stay out to the sides as we make our way into our final pose, Shavasana. So we're just going to take a few breaths here. Just allow everything to become soft. Let the fingertips roll into the palms. Soften your feet, your legs, your thighs. Soften your arms, your hands, your forearms. Soften the front body, the back body, the shoulders and chest. And just notice your breath as you inhale and your belly rises, and you exhale and your belly falls. Then slowly just start to bring some movement back into your fingers, your toes, your ankles and your wrists. Lengthen your arms behind you, bring your feet together, and just really draw your arms behind you, your toes forward. And then draw your knees into your chest, a gentle rock from side to side again. And when you're ready, slowly roll over to one side and bring yourself to a seated position. When you arrive to your seated position, try to close your eyes and bring your gaze inward. Rest your palms over your knees and your thighs. Keep your shoulders joined down your back. And we're just going to take a couple of deep breaths in here through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. Then slowly walk your hands either side of your hips. As you inhale, reach your arms up and over your head. Bring your hands in a prayer position. Exhale and slowly lower your hands down to your heart center. Drop your forehead to your fingertips to close today's class. Namaste.